Thousands of migratory birds are dying every day at Sambar Lake. India's largest saline wetland is under siege. As more birds turn up dead or sick each day, volunteers and government agencies are struggling.
The birds are not able to hold their neck, they are not able to fly.
Placid paralysis हो जाता है मैडम.
What is causing this catastrophe? Unless something is done quickly, this beautiful ecological hotspot may lose the birds forever. It's a foggy winter's morning. The sun is struggling to break through the thick clouds. The peace and quiet of the morning are suddenly broken by a cacophony of birds chirping. A flock of cranes is headed towards the lake. Their arrival disturbs the slumbering flamingos who have been resting in the saline waters of Sambar Lake. Suddenly, the entire sea line is abuzz. In a dazzling display, hundreds of birds of different shapes, sizes, and colors fill up the morning sky. Welcome to India's largest saline wetland area. The desert state of India, Rajasthan, is the unlikely region where the Sambar Lake is situated. Barely 50 miles south of the historic pink city of Jaipur. Start of the winter season marks the arrival of tens of thousands of flamingos and other migratory birds to the lake. They come from far-off shores in northern Asia, Europe, and as far out as the United States of America. Recognized as a wetland of international importance, the lake has been designated a Ramsar site. So when birds started turning up dead on its shores this year, there was a sense of shock and panic. It was crisis time. Unless urgent action was taken to contain the outbreak, this was disaster waiting to happen.
We have more than 1,000 dead birds here.
अभी उसकी गैसिंग कम हुई है अभी. हाँ बिल्कुल.
Especially since this is not the first time a mysterious disease had struck the waters of Sambar. In 2019, nearly 20,000 birds had died before they could even identify the cause and control the outbreak. Horrific memories of that year quickly come to everyone's mind. Eventually, the experts identified the mysterious disease as avian botulism. A paralytic and often fatal disease caused by intake of toxins produced by bacteria in the soil. Once the cause is identified, It is a race against time to contain the outbreak.
26 अक्टूबर से ही पक्षियों की कैजुअल्टी का सिलसिला शुरू हो गया था और जब से वन विभाग और पशुपालन विभाग और रेवेन्यू तीनों संयुक्त रूप से टीम मिलकर काम कर रही है और इंजर्ड पक्षी है या डेथ पक्षी है उनको हम कलेक्ट करवा रहे हैं और इसमें हमने 10 टीम में बांट रखा है इस इलाके को जहाँ भी और एसडीआरएफ की टीम भी हमने बुला रखी है इसमें जो पानी के अंदर जाती है और अगर कोई मृत पक्षी या घायल पक्षी मरता है तो उनको हम लेके आ जाते हैं। रेस्क्यू सेंटर हमने 2 बना रखे हैं।
Both the rescue centers had their hands full trying to treat the sick birds.
These are plover birds and they have been brought here to the rescue center as they were lying outside in the cold as they have been caught up by avian botulism. So the first step when they were brought here was to keep them on heating pad just to maintain their temperature, and now they have been going into a process where they are provided oxygen to lessen down the gasping that they were going through.
Sambar Lake is a very vast area. It comes under 3 districts of Rajasthan, which is Jaipur, Nagaur and Ajmer. So in this vast area of almost 500 square kilometers of catchment area and 200 square kilometers of area which is under waterlogged area, in this area we have 2 places. One is in Jaipur and another one is in Nagaur. We are handling the Meetri Rescue Center which is in Nagaur, and in Meetri we have more than 1000 dead birds here, and we have almost treated near about 250 sick birds, out of which we released more than 100 birds.
आधा घंटे के करीबन अपना ऑक्सीजन पर रखेंगे, उसके बाद इसको नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर पर जो रूम टेम्परेचर होता है उसके बाद अपने इसको वापस ये वाले उधर छोड़ देंगे एंक्लोजर में।
The major symptom of avian botulism is, as we know, it is a neurotoxin. So the major symptom is the birds are not able to hold their neck, they are not able to fly, they are not able to walk properly. Sometimes diarrhea and sometimes they lost their eyesight also.
फ्लैसिड पैरालिसिस हो जाता है मैडम, लकवा मार जाता है पैरों में और पंखों में, जिसकी वजह से ये चल नहीं फिर पाते और प्रॉपर फीडिंग नहीं ले पाते हैं, अपना दाना पानी खुद नहीं ले पाते।
These birds have been visiting the wetland for years. So why did the outbreak flare up this particular year?
This bacteria is found in the in the soil and water of Sambar Lake. So somehow this bacteria gets a proper environmental conditions, and it's an anaerobic bacteria, so it grows in the presence of oxygen. So when the bacteria gets a proper environment, it starts reproducing, and somehow it enters into the food chain of these migratory birds, and when these birds intake these crustaceans or the small maggots which were infected with the bacteria, they get infected with this problem. We cannot treat the water, we cannot disinfect the lake by this bacteria. Rescuing the birds, combing the lake, and treating the birds at rescue center. So this is all what we can do.
For now, the crisis seems to have been averted, but experts are worried that this problem can erupt any time again. The presence of salt mines and heavily populated settlements around the wetland only adds to the problem. The town of Sambar, from which the lake derives its name, accounts for most of the salt production of the desert state of Rajasthan. Many illegal mines draining the salt water from the lake compound the ecological imbalance.
We must protect the lake because it holds a very important place in managing climate, managing ecological biodiversity and the faunal diversity of Rajasthan.
Environmentalists have called for long-term planning to protect the wetlands, else outbreaks like this will continue.